Greetings, my name is ChihZhenEn with metric number A21EC0167 and my supervisor is Encik Noriza bin Katmon. For my final year project, I'm focusing on mobile application development and my topic is a mobile application named CampusGigs. So this is a platform for part-time job opportunities and paid tutoring services through collaborative chat and secure transactions. So I will start my presentation with an introduction, followed by literature review, methodology and technology use, requirements and analysis design, and finally a conclusion. So for the introduction, I would say that nowadays, securing job experience is the primary concern among university students because the ability to gain practical skills and career advancement opportunities are what makes a student stand out among so many graduates. However, this comes to a point where seeking part-time employment opportunities is difficult, as these opportunities are scattered across various platforms such as WhatsApp or Facebook groups, and it makes it really hard to keep track of where to find the best opportunities. And together with the survey conducted through Google Form with 100 respondents, we found out that there's another similar arising problem where there's a lack of peer-to-peer tutoring platform. And these two problems share the same similarity where both of them are able to provide soft skills for the students at the same time supplying students with side income. So for my project, I aim to develop a mobile application that is able to connect university students with part-time job opportunities and tutoring services, providing a secure and easy-to-use platform for gaining work experience and gaining extra income for the students. So for my project objective, I aim to analyze the requirements necessary to develop the proposed mobile application for university students. The second one, to design a user-friendly and intuitive mobile application interface using Figma. The third one, to test and evaluate the mobile application among the target users, including students, employees, and employers. All of these objectives are achieved through the documentation of the thesis, SRS, SCD, and SCD documents, which should be explained further. So for the project highlights, I would say that there are five main project highlights for my application. The first one is the user management, where it includes user registration, allowing students to create accounts with their personal information and preferences, implementing CRUD process, which is create, read, update, and delete functionalities for user profiles, allowing students and employers to manage their information. The second one is the part-time job management, in which it enables employers to create, read, edit, and delete their part-time job opportunities with detailed descriptions. And also it allows students to view, track, and apply the job advertisements through the student portal. The third one is the tuition service management, in which it allows students to find and connect tutors for academic assistance, and at the same time it allows the tutors to actually showcase their tutor profiles and details with tuition descriptions. So it's like a platform for juniors to seek academic assistance and with seniors to offer mentorship and guidance. The fourth one is a payment system, in which it ensures a secure and efficient payment process through the integration of payment APIs. So users are able to pay through this application with the designated amount after receiving the service. The fifth one is a communication service, in which user is able to communicate directly within the application through an integrated messaging system. So user does not actually need to travel or go to another app like WhatsApp or messages to actually communicate with another user. And finally, is the review part, in which it's not a highlight but it's an additional feature. So after receiving the services, users are able to give a highlight and allows other users to view their given highlight to actually increase the whole application experience. Next will be the literature review, in which the similar application will be reviewed in three applications. So first one is the Troopers application, because my application, the Campus Gigs application is actually consists of two main functionalities, which is the job seeking and also tuition platform, in which none of the current existing application possess the same functionality. So I will get one similar application for the tuition and another similar application for the job seeking platform. So first one is Troopers, which it is a mobile application, a job matching platform. While it is a similar application which offers part-time work, it does not equip the ability to chat directly with employers, so there's no chatting ability within the application. Also, there is difficulty in establishing trust because it is unable to ensure that all job postings are legitimate and safe for students. Like there's no user authentication. Because I was a previous user of this application, I would say that it has low popularity among users because the SOP, the standard of procedure, is very troublesome, and it takes a high platform fee. Next will be SuperProf, which is the second similar literature review, the similar application I would take reference from, which is a tuition platform, and it's a website for students and tutors all around the world, in which students who need help with their studies can find tutors who are experts in the subjects, and students can look through tutor profiles in this website. So the cons in this through this method is that connection between students and tutors are through external applications, because they encourage students to actually use to communicate with the tutors through external applications, which increase the risk of fraud like fake identities. And also students and tutors need to connect with each other manually, and the payment system is not mature, in which the payment is actually connected and carried out manually through a unofficial platform like Touch and Go, or even like bank transfer, which is not integrated into this website. So the third one is a social media, in which social media is used to spread part-time job opportunities and tuition services as well. Students post this opportunity for public view to seek for job and tuition services. So this method of actually seeking opportunities is relatively convenient, but it has no safety measurement, because users can easily find another user which and they can hide their identity and is anonymous. So there's a high safety risk. So this is a comparison of the existing system, in which you can see like Troopers, SuperProf, Social Media, and CampusGigs. Troopers equip all of this, like it has all of these features, but it is not a complete feature. Like most of them are actually under beta version, and also the functionalities in these features are not so complete. For example, like for the in-app chatting feature, it only provides a few chatting ability, and it encourage the students to actually, the workers to actually communicate through WhatsApp. So similarly for SuperProf, it has some similarity with the troopers with disabilities as well. And in social media, we can see like there's no payment service, there's no chatting feature, and etc. So the campus gigs, the project that I aim to do, consists of all of these features, and I hope to like get all of these good things from the similar applications and integrate them into one application, which is the campus gigs, which takes all the good things and eliminate all the bad ones. Next is the methodology and technology used, in which Agile is selected for this whole project development, because it has benefits and advantages over other methods such as the waterfall model and Scrum, in which Agile is a highly flexible method, allowing adaptation to changes quickly and efficiently, unlike the waterfall model. And it allows changes even in the later stages of development. So the 5 stages will be explained further in the next slide. So there's a timeline produced as well for each of these phases. And for the PSM1, which is the current phase, we are expected to complete the requirement and design. And all of this is required took about 14 weeks. So in the planning phase, the project scope and objectives are defined, in which the key activities include defining project goals and success criteria, creating project backlog with prioritized user stories and features, and also involve design phase, in which designing all the related diagrams such as usage diagram, sequence diagram, activity diagram, and etc. to provide a detailed overview of the application. Next will be PSM2, in which it involves the development, testing, and deployment of the whole application. So in the development phase, according to Agile methodology, items from the product backlog are selected during the sprints, and it will be mainly classified, differentiated into 4 sprints. So key activities include discussing and defining requirements and acceptance criteria for each sprint. And it's important to break down these projects into manageable intervals by limiting the scope of work within each sprint, which is the features of the Agile method as well. So the whole development, testing, and deployment phase, and also the presentation part will approximately take 20 weeks, which is as shown in the timeline diagram. So next will be the presentation of technology used, in which there will be 6 main technology used in this project development. First one is Figma, in which Figma is used for designing the user interface and user experience of this application before the actual development phase. And there will be presentation of the user interface as well in a few minutes. So it allows creation of interactive prototypes to actually visualize the look and design before the actual development starts. Next will be Jira, in which it is a project management tool that is used for project planning. tracking and managing tasks through the development life cycle. So by using this, I hope to enhance and ensure that all tasks are planned and deadlines are met. Um, the third one is Flutter, in which Flutter is a architecture, the coding architecture that enables the creation of highly customizable and responsive user interface, especially in mobile application. So it is functionable for both Android and iOS platform as well. The fourth one is Visual Studio Code, in which it is widely known as a code editor, and it is used for the CampusGigs application for both front-end and back-end development, and it is used as primary code editor for the writing and editing of Flutter code as well. So the fifth one would be an Android emulator, in which it is used to test the mobile application on various virtual devices, and it is stimulating different Android environments with hardware configurations as well. So this is why we choose Android Studio, because it is able to provide like a hands-on experience on how the coding and development phase is going to work. So the sixth one, the final one, will be Firebase, in which it is used as our backend platform for the campus application. It provides various backend services such as authentication, real-time database, cloud storage, and hosting. So the real-time database makes it a suitable backend platform for the application, because our campus actually supports real-time communication feature. So next will be the hardware development requirement, in which it is listed in the table, like the processor, the RAM needed. So there are two types of requirement here. One is the development requirement for actually the developers to actually develop this application. Like what is the hardware needed to actually develop this application, the best recommended hardware. For example, like graphics, display, internet connections, and also USB port. So this is a table of how the development requirements should be shown. And the next one is installation requirements, which is for the users to actually install the application. So we require a minimum of 2 gig of RAM and also storage of 100 MB. So this is the two differences of requirements between developers and also the users of this application. Next will be the presentation of requirements and analysis design, in which this is a use case diagram of the CampusGigs application, in which there is a total of 12 use cases, and each with their sequence diagram, activity diagram, and test cases stated clearly and described detailed in the documents of STD, SRS, and STD. And this is a system architecture for the CampusGigs application, in which the chosen architecture style is the MVVM, model view model architectural pattern. So this separates the UI logic, the view and view model, from the business logic and data manipulation, promoting modularity and maintainability. So this is why this MVVM architecture is chosen for our CampusGigs mobile application development, and it is a structured and maintainable approach to actually build user interface. So next, this is class diagram, the overall class diagram for the mobile application. So it provides a clear view of the application by illustrating classes, attributes, and the relationships between them. So it is hoped to provide a clear understanding of how different entities interact with each other and how data is organized. And each of these entities are explained clearer in the STD document, stating their functionalities and description as well. Next will be the package diagram, in which there's a total of 6 package diagram, as what I've mentioned, like what I've presented. There are 6 main subsystem, and it's presented in this package diagram as well. So next will be the component diagram. Similarly, there are 6 major components, each with their interactions with each other. So last but not least will be the mobile application, the mobile interface using Figma. So this is the how I aim to design the mobile application. So this is the home page, like there's a tuition part and also the student part to actually let them see where they can navigate through. So there's a bottom navigation bar here, which leads the students, the users, to actually different sections of the applications. So this will be the home page, the tuition page, the job page to actually list down all these tuition and jobs in a list, and also with filtering and searching function to actually makes the whole application more user friendly. Next will be the chatting page, payment page, and review page, which is the main features of our application as well. Chatting page, which allows users to actually communicate with each other. The payment page, which we will integrate a payment API system. Like most of the application, we will integrate it inside the application to actually allow payment between bank accounts, and the review page for users to actually place reviews and also view their reviews. And of course, these applications are two-sided, which is the employers and also the students. So there will be different interactions and different functionalities between the students and also the employers. So for example, like there's a tutor setup page, which is only for the students, and also the Mac review page, which is only for the students. And for the tutor page, there's a create job page, which they create their job advertisements for the students to view. So this is the difference between the user side and also the student side, also the employer side as well. So the conclusion for this presentation, I would say that everything the documentation is done for PSM1, and I hope that the development phase for PSM2 would be completed perfectly with the help of the PSM1 documentations. So that is all for my presentation. Thank you.